And this is Chicago's most valuable radio show. And as always, we bring you guys the illest guests from around the city and globe. And today we got Toinne in the building.
What's the word? What's the word? Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Man. So before we even got into things, Jones, you asked him how long he been making music.
Yeah, that's just jumping into it too fast, man. We got to let the people know, like, how he got here first. You know what I mean?
But that was a banger, though.
That was a banger.
That was a banger.
Yeah, I'm rocking with it. I edited it. I love it. But this man comes from, he's one of the videographers that pushed the culture forward. You know what I mean? He worked with some of the hottest artists that we have to this day.
Well, you shifted the culture, most definitely.
For sure.
Like,
go ahead. No, you go, man.
I was gonna say, like, with you even being in, cinematography and filming some of the most, I want to say, biggest videos to date with some of the biggest artists from the city. Right. Did you ever, see that lane was gonna be something for you? Like, how did you actually jump in that lane first and foremost?
On some funny stuff, like, I just wanted to have like the coolest pictures on Facebook in high school, like. And I got a camera, and we started shooting, me and Kevin. So it started from that, you feel me? And then we just started an internship with Elevator Magazine.
Okay.
And then it grew into what it is today. Like, I'm thankful for everything.
Oh, so that's how you got a part of with Elevator was doing intern.
Yeah, I was at a leaders block party event. Remember they used to have those block party events? And I ran into Brian Zalaki, the CEO of Elevator Magazine. And he saw us holding the camera. He's like, "Yeah, y'all want to intern?" Yeah, and like we just started going up there every day after school, like learning new stuff. You feel me? Like, and it turned into what it is today.
Oh, so what was your first video?
It was Tony Romiti, Nothing on Me.
Yeah. Yo, that bad boy took off too.
Yeah, that was like my first official video that I shot, and it went crazy, like crazy. That's how I knew I was destined to do it.
That was the video that put her where she at to this day.
Facts.
Damn. What year was that?
I want to say 2015, 16.
Damn, that's crazy. I didn't know you shot Nothing on Me.
Yeah, I shot a lot of stuff, bro. Then after that, it was the King Louis BON.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Bro, I mean, now we got, okay, go ahead, break down your catalog for the people so they
I can't even break down the catalog, bro. Like, it's too.
So what's the ones you remember?
Starting from the beginning?
Yeah.
Man. Because there's so many people that I worked with, like, on the upscale level, even, and then on the, like.
Lower scale. What's your favorites?
My favorite videos that I shot? Probably the Cowboy Envy Me.
You did that one?
Yeah.
Bro, what the?
You got some sleepers.
We was in Chicago right here. We
didn't know it.
Yeah, the Cowboy Envy Me, all of the Herb joints, the Session joint. Yeah, I know. Take Me Away for Herb, Retro Flow. Man, get crazy. I shot with Don Q to Look At Me Now. A lot of Tony Cartel joints, Young TT, Shy Hoover. Anybody you can name, bro. I worked with 90% of the artists in the city right now. Like,
I'm still stuck on Cowboy for a second because before he even dropped the video, I knew that song was finna take off. And then with you being behind the lens, the video took off.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was reaching back and forth with Cowboy for like 2 weeks before we shot that video. Like, our schedules just kept conflicting. Like, I'd be in L.A. and he'd be in Atlanta. I'd be in Chicago, he'd be in L.A. But then we finally linked up in Chicago. We shot that video at a abandoned church in Indiana.
I know exactly where y'all was.
And I edited it the same night. I turned around the video in one day, like, and it turned out to do almost 200 million views. Like, it's crazy.
Is that what you're known for? Like your video turnaround?
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah.
You feel like what pushed you to do that? Like,
but you got to think about it. I've been doing this for almost 8 years now. So it's like editing is second nature to me now. Like so.
All right, that's dope.
Do you feel like the turnaround time is, a big thing for videographers' career in general?
Yeah, because that's what people look for the most part, the turnaround time, because the labels and stuff have schedules and when they want to push the content. Mm-hmm. So it's important to get the content turned around in a timely fashion, you feel me?
Because you said you knocked that out and had it ready the next day.
The next day, and it turned out to be one of the biggest videos that came out that year. Like,
what's the difference with you working with signed artists versus unsigned artists?
I think that's what make me different. Like, I treat everybody the same.
Like
I just appreciate people chasing their dreams. You feel me? Like, so I'll reach out to, if anybody reach out to me and they got the proper budget. Sometimes if they don't got a proper budget and I like the song, you feel me? I'll still work with them. Just off the simple fact that I see that they got drive and they want to, you feel me, further their careers. So. What's
it like now for, a cameraman in general, with things shifting and changing? What's some of those challenges you see nowadays?
It's hard. I would say it's hard because it's shifting into more of a more animated feel. Like, my style is more cinematic. I grew up watching Zach Fax and Kid Art videos. Zach Fax is Tory Lanez videographer. Okay. I feel like he got some of the coldest videos out. So that's what I grew up watching. So that's what my style kind of originated from. I was growing up watching his stuff. So, but now it's shifting towards a more animated feel. So it's hard for people to make that transition sometimes.
And the green screen.
Yeah, the green screen. I don't really feel for that too much though. But I like the movie aspect.
What artists you feel like it's a no-brainer with, you gonna get with them, you just gonna go, no problem?
Tony Cartel, TT, Valet for sure. A Boogie and Herb. Yeah, I went on tour with A Boogie in Australia. That was crazy.
How was that?
It was like a life-changing experience. You feel me? To see different cultures and stuff and then we going to different cities and they all know his music and just to know he from the United States and we all the way across the world and they still knowing his music. It was crazy.
As a videographer from Chicago and just being a kid from Chicago, what's that feeling like? Damn, I'm here off of filming.
Yeah.
What's that like? What was that feeling like?
It'd be crazy to me sometimes too, to see where I started. I used to be riding around in my little Dodge Neon, shooting videos for $250. You feel me?
Right.
Just all day, going to shoot different videos, 4 videos a day. You feel me?
Grinding.
And then I'm looking up and I'm on private jets and stuff, and I'm around the world just seeing different stuff. It's crazy to me.
Damn, man, that's a growth. I met you editing a video. We was on a plane headed to South by. Right. In 2016, you was editing the Herb I Know video.
Yeah, I Know video?
Yeah. And it was to meet you, you was cool, you was humble. You was yo, check this out, what you think? And I'm oh, shit, I get to watch this video first?
Right,
before it came out. And we locked in after that, and we've been cool. And just to see your growth, man, it's been dope, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
You still speak to Kevin?
We don't really talk that much nowadays. He got a whole family type of thing going on. And our lifestyle is just real different right now, so we don't really talk that much. But it's still nothing but love.
What about Elevator? You still in tune with Brian over at Elevator?
No, we don't really talk that much either. I shifted into doing my own thing. I started my own company, directed by Toinne Incorporated. So I got interns that's working under me now. So. Yeah, so
growth.
That's real growth. That's real. Yeah, I got interns now. I got my own thing going.
The iLLANOiZE app is available now on Apple and Google Play Store. Download the app, get the latest news, stream our podcasts, watch interviews, and listen to iLLANOiZE Radio live. Download the app right now.
Yo, what's good? It's the one and only iLLANOiZE Jones, and right now you're tuned in to the dopest thing to hit the streets since crack cocaine. And we got my partner in the building, one of the dopest videographers in the city, from the world, from the United States of America. Toinne in the building, man.
Yeah.
What's poppin', my boy?
Not much, man. Cool.
So I know we got a lot of people watching, and the cameraman who's holding the camera right now, he's so excited about having you here because, to the video community, you one of the gods.
Right.
If you had a Mountain Rushmore of videographers,
you won't now.
You won't now.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And I hear a lot about videographers in the city and, the things that y'all have to go through and endure shooting videos. And, sometimes, y'all be in the trenches. And I want to know, like, how do you handle being in those type of environments?
I mean, it's not nothing that I'm not accustomed to. Like, you feel me? Like, growing up, everybody experienced, and well, in Chicago, everybody grew up experiencing those situations in some shape or form or fashion. You feel me? So, like, when you around it, it's like you naturally, you feel me, fitting in. Like, but I just go into it with the mindset of like, I'm here to work. You feel me? Like,
Right.
So I don't really get into none of the other stuff. I'm just here shooting.
Right.
So, my bad.
So-
Go ahead.
So like working, like coming out of high school and interning and working with Louis, like coming from that to doing, you know, $200, $250 videos, like how is that? Like what's that like? Like that, the mindset, like do you get intimidated?
Nah, I mean, cause it's always been about the art for me. You feel me? Like it was naturally fun for me, like to shoot videos and go home and edit it and see how it's gonna come out and see the reactions from it. You feel me? Like,
Right.
So that was naturally fun for me. So I didn't never look at it like, and I was being intimidated, like, and people respected me for that. Cause like whenever I came around, it was like I was being myself. I ain't never try to fit in or you feel me?
Right.
Like, try to be something that I wasn't, you feel me? I'm just here trying to work, you feel me? Like,
Get
and
that money.
People respected that.
I mean, and speaking of money, you know, I want you to at least break down how you can to artists that may not understand why videographers charge what they charge. You know, like as you're doing what you do and you start off with low pricing and then you start upping the price, can you explain to artists why videographers raise their price and what really goes behind shooting these videos?
First off, it can go like a number of different ways. Like if you say you upgrade your equipment, you working hard for 3-4 weeks to shoot these videos to scrape up money to get a new camera, and you upgrade your equipment. Of course, you're gonna want to go up on your prices. You feel me? Like say that's just one of the situations. Like, or even if you notice yourself getting better, you feel me? You can go up on your prices. Like. It's just about knowing your worth. That's what you got to boil down to, knowing your worth at the end of the day.
Man, I feel like, you know, me being an artist standpoint of things, in the beginning of my career, I ain't gonna lie, it was a little bit hard of understanding that.
Yeah.
And then as you start to mature, you start understanding,
Yeah, you start to
damn,
understand.
they camera costs.
Yeah, the camera costs $3,000-$4,000. The lens costs $2,000. Like, you feel me?
Your
Like,
software to edit
the
on.
edit, the stabilizers, like, this real money you investing into yourself. So you gotta, you feel me, know your worth at the end of the day, like I said. So
I also want to speak on, you know, being behind the lens when you see a lot of firearms aimed at you. Does that make you uncomfortable at all, or, you know, how is that for you?
See, me, I started off shooting those type of videos, but like I would say my style of shooting didn't really have to incorporate too many guns because I made it so cinematic that it was like it was a different style coming out of the city. You feel me? Like, so it was something amusing to look at. Like, instead of just pointing guns at the camera, like I came with real treatments and, like, you feel me, directions to go in that didn't have to have guns in it. So I'm not saying that I didn't have videos that had guns in it, but I really came with different treatments and stuff to make it like a different aspect.
So what took you from just being a videographer to a director?
Because
a lot of people don't know the difference.
Yeah, I started working with different budgets, so you can bring in different people. You feel me, to help you build the project. Because at the end of the day, the product is what matters at the end of the day. So if you got 3-4 different cameramans, people that work on lighting, and people that work on like locations, and producers that get actors and extras to come be on the sets and stuff, like all of that plays a factor in the budget. So you got to break that down to the artist. Like, the more that you invest into the video, the better the product is gonna be. You feel me? So,
That's dope.
Like, did you ever, you know, because you started around a time where it's a lot of dope ass videographers, cameramans, and, you know, you got some goats here.
Yeah,
so did you
we
ever
do.
find yourself, you know, I'm just gonna say it, find yourself in competition?
it was a time where that was a thing in Chicago. Like, the videographers were like, yeah, I'm the best, but I ain't never really get into that because I've never been that type of person, you feel me? Like, I just let my work speak for itself, you feel me? So,
Who would you collaborate on the camera side? I'm just say in general from Chicago. who would you like to collaborate on if you have not collaborated with anybody yet?
I think it'd be dope if me and Cole did something like to have both our styles incorporated into one. I think that'd be crazy. We was talking like a couple years ago. Like we was reaching out to each other on Twitter, like DMing back and forth, like saying how much we like each other work, but it never led up into us doing anything together. I think that'd be cool though.
That would be dope. Like to see y'all two come together and you know, around that time I don't even think Cole was of course not as popular as he is now.
Right.
But back then he was more so on the learning side and and seeing the aspect of things. So I think that would be
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, I think that's
to
that
add the two
happen.
different styles and mix that together. That'd be dope.
What do you feel like is your best teacher in videography?
I would like to say Brian and Jordan from Elevator.
Okay.
They taught me a lot. They taught me a lot, yeah. And I was young, but being around that, like, picture being in school every day and just being thirsty to go to this loft where you just meeting all of your favorite rappers and models and stuff walking around everywhere, and it's just like everybody networking, just good energy. Like it was like something that I looked forward to every day.
You feel like LeBron in there,
right,
like fresh out of high school.
No, I'm still in high school, so I'm going to school every day. Like I was just with such and such, and you feel me? I'm taking pictures of him and him. It was like in school they was looking at me like, man, it's crazy. Like
how do you stay humble? Because I know a lot of people get big headed and big egos.
Yeah.
Like what kept you grounded through all that?
Just knowing that it was always room for improvement. You feel me? I always knew that I wasn't the best, but I knew that I had potential to be the best. And I always studied the people that I like. Like I said, Zach Fax and Kid Art, like they had like a real different look to their videos that I liked a lot. So I studied it. You feel me?
Right.
And it paid off, I guess. Yeah.
So it's what? 8 years? You've been doing this 8 years since 20?
I want to say 7 or 8.
7 or 8.
7.
So what would you tell yourself from 7 years ago? What would you tell yourself now that would help you get to, you know, just make you better mentally and prepare for that time being?
Wait, say that one more time.
So what would you tell your younger self from that time when you first started that you've learned over time now?
That is just a continuous grind. You just got to keep going. You feel me? It's going to be roadblocks and times where you feel discouraged and times where you want to quit and give up. But you never know what's going to happen like the next day. You feel me? So you got to just keep pushing and just keep going. That's been my motto since the beginning. Like, because there's always been times where things will be moving real good, then it'll get slow, then it'll move fast again. Like, but you just got to stay grounded and keep it pushing.
What's some of the hurdles and, you know, things that can, you know, kind of like stop somebody from wanting somebody to give up that's doing videos? Like, what's some of those things that you came across that was like, I don't think I want to do this shit, but you?
Some of the people that I ran across that didn't respect the like the grind, they'll look at you and try to discredit you because you holding the camera, but they don't know that this is like things that people like. Some people like actually like doing. You feel me? Like, so you can't never discourage a person for doing what they like doing. You feel me? Like, it was some people I ran across that just like flat out ignorant. Like, you feel me? Like, and it could be discouraging at times, but you just got to keep it going.
Like, how did you not let that stop you and get in the way of doing what you had to do?
Just working, just getting lost in it. You feel me? Like, just getting lost in what I'm doing and seeing the results and keeping it, you feel me, keeping me in high spirits. Like, the reactions that I get from videos and the feedback that I'm getting from something that I sat down and edited for hours and was putting all this time into it to see the reactions, that's what really kept me going. So,
You got me thinking to it. You ever ran into a time where you edit a video, right?
right.
And then you send it to the artist or they team and they tell you, nah, we don't like that. You're going to have to redo that.
Yeah, that happened a lot of times. So you just got to go back in on it and like make changes. It's like a communication thing. So it's nothing that can not be fixed. You feel me? Like you just got to get it done.
Damn, you so patient. See, patience. Because
Right.
I've been
That's a
flipped
passion.
out.
That's the passion for it, though, right? Like
Right, yeah.
you got a real passion for it.
Right,
You
yeah.
know, things like you said, there's room for improvement all the
Right,
time.
there's
Right?
always room for improvement. It's not gonna be perfect. You can't get mad because they say they don't like the video. You just gotta make it right for them. Because at the end of the day, it's their product. They paying for it. You feel me? Like
So recently you said something like you had interns. So speaking that you covered a lot of ground for videography, you know what I'm saying? How do you feel like your impact made it? Well, I can't even ask that. Do you feel like your impact made it easier for them?
yeah, for sure.
Like, do you feel that when
Yeah,
you
like,
work with them?
Yeah, because I bring my interns around some of my more upscale clientele, and it's like seeing them like interact and stuff. That's good for me because I'm knowing that they learning. You feel me? Like, and that's what it all boiled down to. Like, because I'm not gonna be shooting videos forever. You feel me? Like,
Right.
so I might as well pass down some of the stuff that I learned to the younger people that's coming up, trying to do the same thing that I've been doing, and I could see myself in their shoes years ago. You feel me? Like. And why wouldn't I help them if I could? You feel me? Yeah.
What's something you tell all your interns, like, you know what I mean, that's really important, like something that you want them to stick in their brain?
I mean, like I just teach them like certain like settings and stuff that make the quality of the product look better, like movements you supposed to do while you holding the stabilizers. But I always tell them that you got to stay humble though, for the most part. Yeah. And then I tell them too, like when you get into these crazy environments too, you can't be. I don't want to say this, but you can't be starstruck. You feel me? Like
Right.
you got to remember that you're here to do a job, and like you can't get lost in all of the other stuff that's going on around you. You feel me? That's
You
one of
working.
the main things, right? Yeah, that's one of the main things.
Now, I know you got music, you know, in your background. Piano.
Right? Yeah.
Been playing piano. How long you been playing piano?
Since like the 8th grade.
8th grade?
Yeah.
So,
I went to Curie, and I majored in electronic music. That was like piano classes. So I studied that for all of like 3 years in high school. So yeah.
damn. That's you. Damn, that's
I didn't even know that was a
me.
course. Yeah, that shit, that was,
Damn.
I'm jealous.
So, I mean, what led you to transition from, you know, behind the camera to in front of the mic?
To be honest, I was in the house like I was bored really in the house with nothing to do. And I'm like, and my little brother told me that he wanted to rap. So I'm like, I'm gonna help my little brother invest into something that he wanted to do because he was trying to figure out like what he wanted to do and stuff. So we went to Guitar Center, bought all of the equipment, set it up. My boy Vail right there. I went to high school with him too in Curie, and he came to the crib like every day for like 2 months straight, and we was just in the house recording music. I got like 200 songs unreleased right now, like
Well, so you only been rapping for 2 months.
3 months, like
Three.
3 months now. Yeah.
Damn.
Wait. So,
Like it get crazy. Like if I tell you like some of the stories of the stuff that happened like within that 3 months.
Give
like,
me
y'all
one.
would
Give
be-
me one.
give
Give
us
me
one, man. That-
Man, like up to 6 a.m, 3 days straight, just recording music. To
Oh,
the
you a
sun
rapper,
come
rapper.
out. Like, yeah.
You an artist now. When
But
you do that,
but
you,
it's always been like that my whole life. Anything that I like show interest in, like I always been the type of person to learn it completely. Like I wanted to perfect everything that I like doing. Like I even learned how to engineer myself now, and I make beats too. So
that's what I was going to get into.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you that, you know, with you having your own studio, if
Yeah.
you was into the production.
yeah, I make the beats, I engineer, I do everything.
So now that you okay, so let's get to it. So like, what's something that what like outside of just being at home chilling with your brother and trying to help him? Like, what made you say, let me get in the booth?
Cause I've been around all of the rappers, so it's like I seen their processes and stuff that they do to make songs. I'm like, I could do this too. Like, why wouldn't I? At least try. You feel me?
Shit look easy. They made
Yeah,
this
it
shit
look
look
easy.
This shit easy. I could do this
Yeah, I
shit.
can do it. And then I always been musically inclined my whole life, so it wasn't really nothing. Like you can ask Vail, like I ain't write none of those songs on that album.
Hold on, wow, hold up.
Wait,
hold
so you went in the booth and just like off the
Yeah,
dome. If
off
you
the
mess
dome.
up, you would just edit.
Yeah, edit it, and then I
punch me
didn't-
back in.
Punch me in.
You
I
should have
ain't right,
filmed
man.
yourself.
I swear, I was trying to get my interns to come to the crib and shoot those 2 months, but they always had other stuff going on. I was in the crib trying to figure out how I could shoot it myself.
Damn, what? So you've been doing this for 3 months on the music side of things. Right. You got an album with 13 tracks.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to ask you personally, why an album and not an EP? You know, with it being like your debut album, to at least give people a tease to really get into who you is as an artist. Why you skip EP and just go straight into the album?
I never really thought about that, but I think it was just such a good body of work. I just wanted to call it an album. You feel me? So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean,
I felt like it was just good music. I didn't want to call it no EP because it was like album status. All of the work we put into it, and we got skits on there and stuff. Like, it's crazy.
Did you make any of the beats?
I didn't make any of the beats on that album, but on my next project, I wanna make all of the beats on the album. So.
Right. So I was listening to a couple of the tracks on there, and it was like, I didn't know that was you, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't know that was you until I saw the flyer. Right. You know what I mean? So like, I wanted to know like who's some of your music influences?
A Boogie for sure.
I could tell.
Nav. I could curse.
Yeah,
I fuck with Nav hard. Future. Drake for sure. I like a lot of Chicago artists too. Like, you got to think I'm editing these songs every day. Like, it's stuck into my brain. Like, you
walking around just singing, don't even know. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So I got influences from everybody really. So that's why I feel like it's crazy, because it's like a compilation of like all of the stuff that I listen to. Like,
wrapped in one.
Yeah, wrapped in one project. So.
And it's just you. There's no features.
I wanted people to respect that part of it, because I know people are going to be like, man, he a director. I don't want to take him serious rapping. So I wanted to have no features, you feel? I could have reached out to anybody in the city to get a feature, but I wanted it to be by myself, you feel me? So they can be like, oh, yeah, he taking this serious. I'm not going to play with him. Like, for real.
So is this something you're going to put in front of videography, or are you just going to this is something you just chilling with and just like, let me see what the people say?
I got 2 videos up.
Yeah, sure do.
Yeah.
And they wasn't shot by him. They was edited by you.
Yeah, they was edited by me. I got my intern to shoot it. Shout out to Zay Prime Studios.
Hey, y'all did a good ass job too. I mean, so you ain't gonna let nobody touch. They can shoot the video, but they can't touch it.
Yeah, it's crazy. I got another project too dropping on Thanksgiving with my boy Trey. It's called "Fuck You Pay Me." Yeah. We just shot a video for that 2 days ago, and I got an editor in Canada editing the video right now. Ill Cinematic. So
that's unique. Okay, look, that's Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So we dropping 14 songs in the video on Thanksgiving.
Hold on, what?
14 songs. He just dropped 13. Now he about to drop 14.
Okay.
He said he got over 200 songs recorded. Did you hit him, man?
So this like
in 3 months.
In
3 months.
This like a joint project.
For people. Yeah, it's a joint project.
True that.
Yeah. It's a joint project.
You like the Lil Wayne.
When you get that studio, like, I mean, I'm gonna ask you when you put it together, what was that energy like?
It was natural. Like, it was like my real friends though. So it was like we were just kicking it in the crib, having fun. You feel me? Like, so.
How was it recording your first song?
Shout out to Asa. You know Asa and Shake and Bake?
Yeah.
They pulled up to my crib. That was the first song I ever recorded. They pulled up to my crib with their mic and they software before I bought the equipment, and they helped me record like my first song, so to help me get comfortable. And from there, it was like good riddance. Yeah.
What was the first? That was your first song. What was the first song you ever wrote?
The first song I don't think I ever wrote a song.
Damn.
Okay.
So if you got to put your lyrics in Apple Music, you gonna struggle. Ooh, I can see it now.
You might as well get somebody to transition that right now.
I gotta get somebody to try to translate.
Yeah.
I mean, let's talk about the album title, "Stay Serene." Break that down for everybody.
Serene means being humble, like tranquil in every situation. So that kind of explains me in the title, just staying humble, grounded. Don't let nothing really get to you, because that's really what life is about, just staying humble.
Man, you definitely one humble being, man. Sitting here with you for the first time, the energy is so calm and relaxing.
Thanks,
man. So who the producers on this project that you have?
I got a couple different people that I was working with. This guy named I'm Furious. I reached out to him. I found his beats on YouTube. Actually, I was supposed to fly him out to Chicago to like work with me directly, like in the crib, like making beats. But it never really happened like that. But we just went back and forth like with the beats. So that was like one of my go-to producers that I went to on the project. So
we gotta change directions, load it up.
right. Yeah, let's go into it.
First break it down. You know, let the people know, and then we'll jump into it and do our outro.
Okay, you said break that song
Yeah,
down?
break down, change directions.
Change directions, crazy, man, because a lot of people don't even know. Like, I be battling with, like, mental illness sometimes. Like, yeah, like bipolar disorder, like, in and out of mental facilities and everything. Like, so that song was, like, a real meaningful song, like, to me. Because it was like, man, I was messed up. I had to go to change directions, you feel me?
Right.
Like, you feel me? So that song was real crazy. Like,
So when did you find out you was, like, bipolar?
Like, I want to say 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago.
So did that affect any of your videography work? You know what I mean?
Yeah, sometimes I get discouraged. Like I said, discouraged. Like, I be feeling like it's stuff that I can't really get into, like, exactly because I can't really wrap my hands around it completely. Like, but the feelings just be mixed, like, and I be wanting to give up sometimes, but then it be like, man, I get that drive back. Like, and I just keep going, change the direction, right?
Like, how do you deal? Like, how do you deal with it though? Like,
Yeah, how you cope with it?
How do you cope with it?
What's your therapy?
I would just say staying reserved, like not being around too many people, like, cause I just like being like in my natural space, like, you feel me, like in my creative zone. Like, I'm a real creative. Like, my energy could be thrown off by the littlest things, so I like staying reserved.
Damn, I ain't expect you to hit us with that much.
Like for other, because I'm sure it's other people out there dealing with mental issues and dealing with bipolar.
It's a real thing. Like,
so like, what words would you give them to deal with it?
Encourage them, yeah.
I would just say you just gotta find ways that you can cope with it in your own, for yourself. You feel me?
Right.
So,
because a lot of people would tell somebody quick to run to therapy.
Yeah, quick to run to therapy. You just gotta find ways to cope with it yourself. You feel me? Like, I ain't gonna say that getting help is bad and talking to people is bad, but you gotta know your limits.
Right.
Know what things work for you and what things don't work for you. You feel me? Like, so,
yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Man, let the world know where they can get this project at and how they can get in tune with you. Also, for artists that's interested in hopefully getting a visual from you, let them know as well.
Right,
exactly, visual or feature, let them know.
You can find me on Instagram at Toinne1. My Twitter is OneToinne. You can reach out to me on there. My email is bookingtoinne@gmail.com. Yeah, that's where you can find me.